A Swift Kick in the Ass, episode 129. Life is challenging and difficult. No one gets out alive. Time to suck it up, Buttercup. Get ready for a monster-sized boot aimed to help you get traction on personal change and get living. I am John Curran, your host. Join me as I share my journey, exploring the forces that motivate us to change and help us get through whatever life throws at us. A swift kick in the ass. Life on your terms. Welcome to another episode of A Swift Kick in the Ass. This is your host, John Curran, and today's topic, change begins now. Well, folks, you haven't heard from me in a while, and there's good reason for that. I think where I left you in my journey, my position, my day job is being eliminated, or at least unofficially it is, and I've been looking for a new job. So a lot of my time and energy has been focused on lining up a new, steady source of income. As you can imagine, being the sole provider for my family, I want to ensure that there's a roof over my head and over my children's head and my wife's head. We need money to do that. We are in the rat race. We have to compete. We need money in order to survive. So that's been my number one reason for not creating any more podcasts, since the last time. So I apologize, but life gets in the way sometimes. And this show is called A Swift Kick in the Ass, and change begins now. Well, life is always changing, and sometimes we have control over it, sometimes we don't. And really the art and the science in that is determining just that question. When can we take action that will result in positive change? Life is going to be challenging, difficult, full of struggle. It will be both good and bad. It will be many, many things. And we have many, many different opportunities to create a life just beyond our comprehension, beyond our belief, if we give ourselves the fair chance to do so. That's what this show has really been about. It's been about how to create positive change in your life. It took a bit of a detour when Tommy received the terminal diagnosis, and our focus started to shift to, what do you do when you're given a terminal diagnosis? What do you do when you deal with your best friend dying, or your family member dying, or losing a job? This show's been about a lot of different things, but I think at the bottom of it, it's all about being the best person you can possibly be. And that kick in the ass for me has been me doing the kicking myself in the ass, trying to get myself on the right path, keep myself on the right path, and keep myself reminded of what's important in life. So, as you can imagine, right before Tommy died, I may have put on a brave face, but I think life had taken its toll. The stress of Tommy's, dying process. Not going through that myself, but watching one of my best friends go through that, and his family is probably one of the toughest things I've ever had to do. Combine that with, not feeling all that secure in my job, not feeling that secure with, the health of other members of my family, my marriage, my work, my kids, there are a lot of things that we can worry about in life. And quite honestly, I felt like pummeled by life. I'm usually pretty strong in character and things can bounce off of me, but as I look back at that time, I was in a very weakened state. I was just on the ground, on my knees. Life brought me to my knees. And I decided at that point that I couldn't take anymore. I had to do something, and I was going to refuse to just accept that this was what my life was going to be about. Tommy certainly did not want me grieving over him. I guess respectable a respectable amount of grief, but he didn't expect me to live my life in sorrow. He expected me to continue to live my life, just like he expected the same for everyone who remained after him. He wanted the best for them, for the people that he cared about. Even though he's gone, his spirit still remains, and I'm going to get a little bit more into that in a few minutes. But, at that time when Tommy was dying, as I said, I felt very weakened, and I didn't know what to do because everything I had been trying wasn't working. It just wasn't going away. I couldn't beat this feeling that I had. And a good friend of mine who's a doctor, who's a psychiatrist, by the way. It's good to have friends who are psychiatrists. They help keep you in line. But he suggested that I try meditation. And I had heard about meditation. And, of course, being a lover of rock and roll history, I know that the Beatles had a meditation phase and went on a journey to India to find out more about transcendental meditation, which I did learn a little bit about. Was not for me, but I did learn about meditation from George Harrison, and kind of, I don't know, it just piqued my interest. And why I learned about it, and I'm just going to say this right up front, there is no right or wrong way to meditate. Let me say that again. There is no right or wrong way to meditate. In fact, we all meditate. We probably just don't think of it as meditation. Meditation is focused thought. It's really just the practice of thinking. And we think all the time. And in fact, I think a lot of people believe that thinking is their problem. They think too much. They can't turn their brain off. Meditation doesn't turn your brain off. But what it does is it teaches you how to deal with these thoughts. What I've learned through this process, and I've been now meditating since, as I said, before Tommy died. So it's been about 2 years now. I meditate every day, most definitely in the mornings, but sometimes I'll meditate a couple of times through the day. Depends on, my state and if I need it or not. It's just helpful to me. And I will mention too that meditation is one thing that actually becomes a part of who you are the more you practice it. And I think that's super, super cool because we start out, kind of taking time in the morning, or I do, about 20 minutes a day, sitting still as I can, and meditating with my eyes closed. Focusing my thought, focusing my energy, aligning my thoughts with my physical and my spiritual state, which sounds a little lofty as I listen to myself talk. It sounds a little hippy-dippy. Aligning, your mind and your body and your spirit. It sounds kind of out there, but I will tell you that when Tommy died, I was a total wreck. Everything was out of order, and I have felt that way before. I think you feel that way when you're going through a period of great change, especially one of great loss. And I have to say that while the relief, of course, is not 100%, especially out the gate, it changes your perception of so many things. The work, once you start to meditate, you may not even realize it, but it begins to work immediately from the first time that you meditate. Now, you heard me mention that I meditate for 20 minutes a day, a minimum of 20 minutes. It didn't start out that way. Go back in some of the previous episodes where I talked about changing your life a minute at a time. This is one of those times where you can do that. You're training yourself. Meditation is a training of your mind. You are going to become like a ninja when you meditate. I have found no better way to recreate yourself than through meditation. And the reason why is because personal growth begins from the inside and works outwards. Think about that. It starts from the inside and builds out. So a lot of people are looking for external changes to their life and working them through external means. But really, that the work truly begins on the inside first, and then works its way to the outside. I have seen a lot of things in my life. My life has been filled with ups and downs, just as yours, I'm sure, has. I have been near financial ruin. I've seen my father die. I've been there for his death. I've suffered job loss. I'm probably going through that again. Of course, you know about the loss of my longtime childhood friend, Tom. But I have other friends, too, that I've lost over the years. And people who are close to me that I've lost. Life will never be the same without them. I have experienced chronic back pain. I have suffered anxiety and depression. And I'm happy to say that in my quest to fix myself and to fix my world and to make my world the best it can possibly be, meditation has worked. So, with that being said, one other thing that I've been doing with my time is I've been working on a website, a new website. This will be an online store promoting meditation and promoting meditation products, related products. Now, meditation is free. It doesn't cost you anything. It shouldn't cost you anything. I'm not trying to charge anyone for meditation. But I think there are some really cool products that go along with meditation that I use myself, and I think that you will also like. I think they could be key to you if you're trying to recreate your life. Start with changing yourself. Take a seat. Stop taking a stand and stop resisting the change in your life. Because what I have found is that when you resist, that friction of resisting, it causes pain. And take a seat. Close your eyes. Sit as still as you possibly can with, with a spine, I like to have my spine straight up and down. But, there's more, and I'll go more into this, and there'll be more about how to meditate on this website. Now, Tommy is coming along with me for this ride. I don't think Tommy meditated, but Tommy and I did talk a lot offline about the power of the mind And we talked a lot about training, and meditation is mental training. It's cognitive training. It's training that will help you bring your emotions and your thoughts and your clarity, your vision, your perception of life. It will bring it in line. I know it will help. It has helped me. It's not easy, but nothing on this show that I talk about is easy. This is just the swift kick in the ass. I know that I'm going to find another job. And I have a daughter in college right now. I have another one that will be in college before I know it. And I also have a son who will be in college before I know it. I have bills to pay. I have a house, roof to pay for. I have a boat that's been with the marine mechanic for about 5 years. I'm waiting to get that back. And I've been living with that bill hanging over my head. But I bring these things up because I think we believe that life's problems are going to end. They're not going to end until we die. Our problems here on earth will end with our life here on earth. Let's be real about our problems and about our life, what we can do and what we can't do. We can't fix everything. We can't fix the world, but we can work on ourselves and work at making our life the best it can possibly be. And I know that meditation has helped me get there. So check this out. Meditation rat. Yes, I said it. Meditation rat. In fact, I said Tommy was coming along with me for this because, Tommy and I talked a lot about the rat race and how that we're all participants in the rat race. And if you're in the rat race, then guess what? You're a rat. So even if you win the rat race, you're a rat. That's what Lily Tomlin said. It's a pretty famous quote. So, following that lead, I created Meditation Rat, and I had a character logo created of a rat meditating. His name is Tommy, and he's going to be the leader of Meditation Rat. And I think I'm going to come up with different slogans about meditation, about what Meditation Rat says, because meditation is different for each and every one of us, and there is no right or wrong. So, your meditation might be that cup of coffee in the morning. So wouldn't it be nice to have a coffee mug with a picture of Tommy, the Meditation Rat on there, and kind of a shout out to the world to say, hey, I'm meditating. Leave me alone. I don't know. I have some ideas, but please visit the site. Feel free to, leave your email address, and we will update you as new products are added. I don't want to, I hate getting emails all the time that I don't read. So I'm not going to send a bunch of emails that you're not going to read. They're going to be with purpose, and hopefully they'll help you recreate your life from the inside out. So that is it. I know it's been a while. I apologize for that. Believe me, this show never leaves my mind, and I want to keep doing it. And I think Meditation Rat will enable me the means to stop worrying about money as much as I do, provide me with another revenue stream that will help support this endeavor. This is all about positive change, creating positive change in your life. And I want to be there for you. just as much as you've been there for me. So that being said, I'm actually out of words. This is John Curran. This is your podcast, The Swift Kick in the Ass. Until next time, peace. Life is challenging and difficult. No one gets out alive. Time to suck it up, Buttercup. Get ready for a monster-sized boot aimed to help you get traction on personal change and get living. I am John Curran, your host. Join me as I share my journey, exploring the forces that motivate us to change and help us get through whatever life throws at us. A swift kick in the ass. Life on your terms.